If you're reading the unabridged Mahabharata, you've gone this far now in the books. The books are totally this big, or like I like to say, about 6 kilos. We have got about 4.5 kgs in the book, and then Stree Parva comes, which is the first time we are talking about what the women are even thinking. And that Parva is this thick. About 35 to 40 pages. And in this, what is happening? They are crying. They are lamenting. And Gandhari becomes the eye through which we see all the women. And she is lamenting towards and complaining to Krishna. And she says to Krishna, look there, your sister's child, your best friend's child lies dead there. And his 16-year-old wife, who's pregnant with a child that has died also in the womb. She sits there and laments. Is this what you wanted, Krishna? She moves on and says, look there. That is Duryodhana's wife. We don't know what her name is because it is not once mentioned. People have written an entire book about it, but Duryodhana's wife's name is not once mentioned in Mahabharata. Duryodhana's wife is there crying. Her son has died a little distance from there, and her husband is dead here, and she is not sure where to cry. She sits here and cries, and then runs towards there and cries once more. She's trying to drag the body of the son, ostensibly because he's the lighter one. I'm trying to make it light, but this is a serious situation here. She's dragging the body of the son so that it is close enough to the father that all her grief can come out in one place, rather than running here and there. Look there. That is the Karna's wife, about whom a novel will be written in the Kali Yuga. That Karna's wife has just found the head that was taken off the body. She's been desperately trying to find that head. And after having found it, she does not know whether to be happy that her search succeeded or for her grief to finally come out because the body and the head are whole again. Look there as the river of blood flows. Hands have fallen in it with gold covered into it, and all the women have come to the Kurukshetra, where for 18 days death showed its dance, and now all they are trying to do is, these women who have never stepped out of their palaces lest some eyes fall upon them, are now running around talking to each other, exchanging parts of bodies between each other. This is what you have caused, Krishna. Are you happy now? She says. And he says nothing. He just stands there, using the same Divya Drishti to watch the same carnage that has happened on the war that went for 18 days. And you will observe, even as I am describing the plight of the women, I have no references to use except the men. Gandhari ends her lamentation by saying that men fight, men kill, men die, and men go to the Swargaloka. The people who pay the price for this war, we are left here, the widows taking care of the orphans. This is what the war has created, and you had the power to stop this, Krishna. You could have stopped this. You could have ensured that this war does not happen everyone would have listened to you, but you wanted this war. You wanted all of us to die, and more specifically, all of my people to die. You've destroyed an entire Vamsha. Kuru Vamsha has been destroyed because of you, and I curse you, Krishna, that in the years to come, Yaduvansha will one day be entirely exterminated, just like my Vansha was. And this is my curse. You will not die until you watch all of your brethren, your relatives, and your friends die in front of you. And then, if I may use a Batman reference, then you have my permission to die. And this goes on, and we know that the curse comes full. 36 years later, Krishna's son and his friends try to play a trick on a rishi. They are cursed. Without going into too much detail there, it starts because two warriors, Kritavarma and Satyaki, who have fought on two sides of the war, get into a war of words in a drunken brawl. Krishna had tried to also completely ban alcohol. So that was the first time this was tried in Gujarat. Did not work then also. They found alcohol because they crossed over the border elsewhere and fought between each other and died. Krishna finally watched Balarama take the form of the Sheshanaga and go into the river, knew it was time for him, got into this mode, also died, and the Kuru Vansha is done, the Yadu Vansha is done. These are the two primary divisions of what is known as the Chandra Vansha, and it's eliminated now, right? The war is over, the Mahabharata, so to speak, is done. The Pandavas can no longer live in a world where Krishna is not there. They hand over to Parikshita, Uttara's child who somehow survived, was born, stillborn, and then brought back to life by Krishna, becomes the king and all of that. And we've come full circle now because he dies, bitten by the snake king Takshaka, and his son is being told the story that we are talking about now.